What's up? I'm a black man. Yes, I know that's not my regular intro, but who cares? I'm back. Let's get it.
They say impossible could never be done, but is it possible that I'll be the one? So any obstacle will be overcome with every chord that has never been sung. So I tell them like, I know it, I know it, I know that I'm here to stay. But what's time and where's here? You have X amount of minutes.
So this video is going to be really special because I've been planning to do this one for a while now. It's just I haven't really got the wording right until recently. So you guys are in for a treat is basically what I'm saying. Now in my long history of watching rap battles, I'm saying that a lot for some reason, I've noticed that there are at least 4 schools of battling. Those schools are as followed. The Joker. The Joker's main goal in a battle is to make fun of their opponent with observations based on the opponent's physical appearance or just generic punchlines solely based on anything that can get laughs from the crowd. Here's an example.
Pop on all my feeble foes. This cat got Jigga's lips and Beanie Siegel's nose. And no way can this fellow's flow touch me because his nose is so big he can smell his own pussy.
On the way here, this Astor was on the airplane, rattling and babbling. Like, I can't believe this is happening. I'm gonna meet HFK and shatter him. World domination is gonna be bomb. And then the air marshal tackled him.
You see, jokes are meant to get the ha-ha-has. They're not meant to be clever or witty or anything. They're just meant to generate a scenario that's going to bring humor into the battle. It's going to make the audience laugh. The next school is the roasters. Roasters are very similar to jokers, except for roasters wish to mock their opponents using wit and keen insights into their opponent's personal life or personal information solely based on them and them alone. Here's an example.
Well, I'll use some terms you understand. You are such a faggot. But even you had a chance to prove that you got active. You told Hollow not to cross the line, acting like you smack him. Then Hollow went and crossed the line and wow, nothing happened.
This is the biggest battle event ever thrown. We got every league on the earth. Having dudes from Norway, the Philippines, and Sweden's a first, but they're decreasing your worth. Because they're rapping in a language you've been speaking since birth, and you speak it the worst.
Now, like I said, jokers and roasters are kind of on an even keel, but with jokes, the main point is to get that ha-ha-ha. But with roasting, the main point is to make the crowd go at your opponent. The third school is the aggressors. Aggressors want to dominate their opponent with a larger-than-life delivery using body language and vocal inflections. Here's an example.
I'm in North New Jersey. They whisper. That's that holler cat. They shoot. I'm firing back, yelling, now roger that. East to where they rocking the Dodgers hat. Beyonce's hometown back up to where the Pirates at.
I feel like Jimmy when the Coogee on. I'm shining in the club. Jim Jones in the Louis store. Ron Artest in the crowd. I'm like, who want it, black? I'm Remy Ma in the room like math where my money at.
You see, with aggressors, it's about oozing presence. If they're on stage and they're just getting, really into their bars with their body language and their vocal inflections and whatnot, the audience is going to pick up on the energy that you're sending out and they're going to feed it right back to you. It's kind of like the Ultimate Warrior. Last but not least, we have the technicals. Technicals seek to dismantle their opponent with lyrical ability, freestyles, rebuttals, cleverness, and metaphor. Here's an example.
So homie, I'm prosperous, but my dominance is monstrous. I'll drop a warhead on your doorstep, turn your neighborhood to Auschwitz. I said, Decepticon, hella bombs, Galvatron's lunacy. Like your views, I got nukes that go boom in your community. An intellectual genius, leaving skeletal pieces, better believe it. Sonny boy, I'm like General Grievous, calling up a droid army. Energy beacon, million plasma cannons bucking till the weapons depleted. Separate arm and shoulder, drawn and quartered. Submerge your torso in water torture. A squad of soldiers, armored ogres. If your man starts tripping, they'll fall in comas. So you can talk top tier, who deserves compensation. You can talk your title matches, who deserves nomination. I just come with beast writtens, pure concentration. Mark up another body on my world domination.
I ain't wasting no time, I know it's all spot. I chop your fat ass up in the Tupperware and walk the streets of New York like I don't fucking care. I got the hawk and the revolver like a buccaneer. I get the cutting niggas up in here like a musketeer.
With technicals, the main point isn't to have any relevant material, it's really just to show off your lyrical ability. How well you mix words together, your cleverness, your metaphors, you know, how long you can go with rapping without stuttering or stammering or anything, and then closing on a really hot line. Now, with identifying those 4 schools, you can kind of get a gauge as to why this person won't fit on this stage. It's because it's a completely different school of battling that certain people subscribe to. A good battler will never subscribe to just one school of battling. And most battlers don't subscribe to one school because if they did, they would be really bad. As an example of what I mean by this, here's a use of 2 schools in one. This is technical and aggression. Go.
Fucking sorry, player. My shorty stored a razor in her Jordan trainer, so before you make your case, she'll shut you down like massive organ failure. I'll fornicate your whore and make her fetch your morning paper. You're a Quaker. You beating me, but as likely as you getting a nice beach up your gorgeous Mormon neighbor. Blow, hand, rim. She gave up more jobs than the Board of Labor, but this enormous failure couldn't get to first base batting for the majors. What's more, the way I scorched the page could warm the glaciers and raise the shores from northern Spain to Ecuador to Asia when I'm putting down a classic like Clapton recording Layla. Flora nature gene pool. I'm a master of this imagery. See, I'm a portrait painter, so a sketch ain't really shit to me. Y'all knew I'd be back with a batch stored for later to come back and chalk this sketch out like a blackboard eraser. Avocados after this can be a morbidly gory horror trainer when I morph into the Minotaur and break your physical form to vapor.
You see, Bender, with that whole sorry player combo, he's delivering it in a very aggressive manner in his body language and all that, but his lyricism is showing his technical ability with the way he's mixing words. It's not just a generic aggressive, you know, shouting. It's not just aggressive, it's aggressive and stylish. It's stylized aggression, which is awesome. Here's an example of a technical roasting.
But if you ask Awkwards, well, he swears that he's the baddest. He's practicing poses in the mirror, yeah, he swears that he's a savage. You rile him up, he's wilding out, and when he gets the maddest, he storms to his computer room and types that you're a faggot.
You see, with Roan, he's using his technical ability with the way he's mixing words and whatnot. He's roasting the guy and at the same time showing off his lyrical ability, which is great. Here's a form of aggressive roasting.
You don't doubt me, nigga. You a pumpy, snack/copy, nigga. You fat, you black, you sloppy, nigga. You washed up inside the ring. You rocky, nigga.
Again, Cortez has that aggressive sound to him, but at the same time, he is solely making fun of Marv Won. And yeah, I understand he calls him fat, but the point of that moment wasn't to just call Marv Won fat, it was just to basically break down all the places in which Marv Won is failing, which is freaking genius. Obviously, the weaker of these schools are the jokers, mostly because there isn't really any wit or style involved in telling jokes. In the same way, aggression really isn't that great either, because the object is solely to dominate, and again, it doesn't have to look good. Basically, if you can subscribe to each school, you can pretty much fit in anywhere, and some people just don't. Now, someone asked me about this, and I'm going to use this as an example to address another topic, and this topic all in one video. Yeah, I'm just as impressed as you are. Now, someone asked me, what do you think about people reusing punchlines? Like calling Arsenal a school bus driver. Here's what I say about reusing punchlines. If you're a battler, you have to assume that every angle you're going to come at your opponent with, they've heard it all before. So ultimately, you're left with the daunting task of having no new material. But fear not, because the object of the game isn't exactly new material. The object of the game is delivery, although new material would help.
It's funny this cat called me M. He compared me to M. Gee, nobody's ever compared me to him. Well, you know what, homie? It's no surprise that you do, because me and Eminem are both nicer than you.
Seriously, comparing white rappers to Eminem died in the 90s, people. Get over it. So, let's look at a couple of Arsenal bus driver jokes, and I'll break them down and tell you what I think. Here's Hitman Holla.
Since you be around schools, cool. I can calculate. Hop on this bus. bus. I'm yelling, kids, evacuate. Look at the camera like it's holler. I'ma fry his face, pick up the Desi, blackboard, you get dry erased.
Now, Hitman Holla didn't linger on the bus driver thing. He used it as a setup in order to get to a series of some very aggressive bars. Holla took the aggressive route. Now let's look at Pat Stay.
He's a school bus driver. Like, how can you take him seriously, y'all? It's not a joke. That's his actual career. It's his job. He probably drove the school bus here with his dog singing 99 bottles of beer on the wall. You ain't busting your tool, bitch. You busting to school. Screaming at little kids that keep fucking with you and chucking up food. Threatening to cancel the field trip, pulling over on the side of the road like, I can turn this bus around and we can just all go home. Yo, wait.
Pat Stay went the joke route. Again, there was no technique in there, no style, no nothing. It was just a straight joke, and it wasn't really that good. It wasn't. Now let's look at a recent battle, Calico.
Why you go down to New Orleans? Did you get a promotion on that bus driver shit? Or did you just get stuck in New Orleans on some typical bus driver shit? Well, I got a clip that don't discriminate at even bus drivers, bitch. So even if you riding with shotgun, y'all ghost riding the whip.
Now, Calico went the technical route there, using the word bus driver and then bust driver, as in, you know, he's gonna bust him up. He used the words kind of as a twist on another word in order to use the same series of words but with a different meaning. So it's not a matter of having new material, it's a matter of your delivery. Anyway, that'll do it for me. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you think of the 4 schools? Am I right? Am I wrong? You decide! And I'll catch you guys later. Oh, yeah. One more thing. So for my next arena video, you guys have been asking for it, and like I said, I owe you guys. So I'm going to review Marv Won Pat Stay. Yeah, it's going to be one of those battle reviews, and we'll see what happens. So yeah. Now I agree that Marv won, so I'm really just going to explain how he won and why I agree with that decision and what could have been done differently in that battle, if anything. So, that'll do it for me. I'm out. Peace!